This is my granddaughter Kylie and my grandson Tyler. And I've got a lot more grandchildren. I don't have all their pictures out. I've been a foster mother 23 years.
And you remember the names?
Oh yeah.
You remember all
I remember all my
all
babies.
220?
All 221. Now we've had a couple double names, you know, kids with the same names coming in. The one that got us the most was Dwight.
He got a hold of the baby powder. It was summertime. The fan was running in the kid's bedroom. He got a hold of the baby powder and was shaking it in front of the fan. We went in there and looked, and here he had a white face with powder on him, two little dark eyes looking up at us.
We went in.
It was so funny.
We don't necessarily push like, okay, let's all sit down and have a conversation about HIV 101. Sometimes it's a secret because the child doesn't feel, or the youth doesn't feel comfortable with sharing that. Sometimes the family doesn't feel comfortable because of stigma. Our camp is a place where you don't have to hold that secret here.
Independence is knowing when to ask for help, right? It's a strength to ask for help, right? It's not a weakness.
The people who come to the class are just hungry for information, and they often don't realize that it's available to them, but they just don't know what avenues to go down to find that information.
LSS was founded in 1917. Over the course of those 100 years, we've been involved in so many different types of services. And really, one of the core values of the organization is always to be able to be adaptable and really to kind of meet some of the, what are the most pressing needs of the day. And you'll a lot of times find LSS working on the margins, kind of working in some of the areas that are the toughest cases, the toughest programs that others might not want to take on. And that's where you'll find LSS working.
This is the summer one where we went horseback riding. So you can tell we have fun.
Well, for me, like, I used to be like shy and not like wanted to do stuff because I used to be scared. Because I was like really shy. I didn't want to do anything because I didn't know anybody.
Oh, remember this one? How did you like this?
Oh yeah, that was the dream catcher.
So our program is based on children who are either infected or affected by HIV.
Today, you can live a very long and healthy life with HIV, but you need a really tremendous amount of social support around you and, you know, the fortitude to maintain your health and your strength. So camp has really kind of focused there on how to help kids build that strength of will and that commitment to their health and the social supports that they need around them to make sure that they can live that long, healthy life.
At camp, I express myself more than I am at school, but it still comes out a little bit, but not as much when I'm at camp. So I'm more comfortable at camp. They connect with teenagers, and they show how easy it is to just to talk to them and be around them. And it makes the teenagers feel comfortable to be around the counselors.
I think this was the music camp.
One of our agreements before they can come to camp is that they agree to discover more about themselves and push themselves. So it's like if you're feeling comfortable, that's okay, but feeling uncomfortable or feeling nervous about the next step is actually even better because that means you're growing.
Well, it's not on my iPod, but this is the CD.
And so the last fall retreat, we did a production. We created a song from scratch.
Reach For, that's the name of it. I guess it's to reach out to other kids and to make them, you know, feel comfortable in their own skin.
This was the...
I don't think I'll have any friends. I don't think I will like be outside and stuff like I am now if I didn't have the camp.
Resources, our churches are rich in resources, and Karen's going to tell us about that. The next class is on self-care for the caregiver, and that's what Support You is all about. How to take care of yourself so that you can be a better caregiver.
We began by trying to organize a pilot program of the class. Our group consisted of people who had elderly parents in state and out of state, people who cared for handicapped children, and all of them had a need to know about resources in the area. How to find caregivers, respite, legal assistance, how to pay for care. Those were needs across the board.
One of the big things that we're finding out of the people who go through the Support You curriculum is that the biggest benefit that they get is connecting with other people in the same situation. Like, not feeling isolated and having that sense of, oh, other people are in the same situation, they understand.
Caregivers do not need to be isolated. It's the worst experience for them because they lose their energy, they lose their motivation, they lose their hope and their faith in what their goals are. And we find that in the class, the people support one another. We're kind of the best of both worlds. I think that there will be people who are knowledgeable about the bigger circle of resources, but also the individuals are thinking about the mind, body, spirit aspect of the needs, and there will be a deeper level of caring about the people who need the care and who are going to be providing the care.
We just fell in love with her. The minute I seen her, I wanted her. So like I said, she was promised to another foster mom. And Rosin brought her back to me. And we didn't have any trouble. The other foster mom said all she did was cry. But with me, she didn't. And it just something clicked. And we had tons of kids. I just wanted to keep her. So we adopted her. She's just our joy. She always has been.
She always wants me to do her nails in pink.
My mom being a foster mom too, and my sister, I decided it's really something I would really love to do. I got one morning and picked up the phone book. I took my finger and down like this. I said, God, show me which one. And when I stopped, it was Lutherans. And I called, and within a week, they were out talking to us. And within 2 months, we got 2 foster babies. We were licensed, we got our background checks, everything, and we got our first 2 babies, which is Mandy and Andy, a little boy and a little girl. I've been doing it ever since, and that was in 1990.
I think if you look at the core elements of our long-standing programs, the vulnerability of children really comes through as a place where you'll see a focus in that area. Kids coming into foster care typically they've been victims of abuse and serious neglect. And so foster parents and staff really have to be ready to help kids deal with those deep levels of trauma.
I wish every kid had a good home, because children deserve that. And I always say children are a gift from God, and we need to treat them as such. And like I said, every child needs a good home. Don't you agree, Daddy?
Absolutely.
We agree.
We agree on something. Give me 5.
We agree.
When we join forces with one another, we are a stronger resource. You will have people on your team that will be praying for you and people that care about you as an individual.
I think sometimes people are really surprised at the level of in-depth services that we provide at LSS. It's not just kind of a one touch point service. It's really ongoing, in-depth work. It really means something when we say walk with those in need. It's not just words that sound nice. Any human being at any time in our lives goes through a period of time when you need someone to support you through a really, really difficult and challenging time. We're going to be with them during that journey and as they work to get to a different place.